What's going on, everybody? My name is Chef Aidan, and today I'm going to be making a beat with my new MIDI kit on Traktrain. It's got 58 bar loops, and they've got keys and the tempo. You don't have to follow the tempo. These are just ideal tempos, the tempos that I think each MIDI sounds best at. A lot of these melodies are inspired by Juice WRLD, a lot of his beats, a lot of the melodies that Nick Mira, Side Piece, will use in their beats, and that Juice WRLD used those beats in his songs. They're really catchy, and they could go good with some like a dark score piano that you'll find in Keyscape, or the wash piano that you find in Keyscape. I don't have Keyscape, I wish I did. I just don't have enough space in my hard drive for that. So the MIDI that we're going to be using is called Reason, key of F minor at 130 BPM. And this is just a testing sound. These are the two sounds I'm going to use, but this is just a regular piano, so you guys can get everything, because sometimes with Omnisphere sounds, you don't get to hear everything. Some things might be blotted out that you might not get to hear on like a piano. So alright, and you've seen a lot of these melodies. I like to add a lot of high notes, especially after the fifth bar, so it doesn't get repetitive. It has variation to it. You don't get really tired of hearing it. But I don't want to take it at 130. I'm kind of inspired by Perfect Timing, the first song on it. It was fast, and it was really catchy because of the melody that Metro Boomin had on it. That's kind of the style that I'm going for today. So we're going to test these things out. We're going to see if this is the right key, if I want to change the key, just things like that. Okay, so we're going to take this out, as it was just for a test. I have this sound loaded up. It's from the Pharaoh sound bank by Drum Vault, and it's one of my favorite sounds, but there's a lot going on in it, so we're gonna have to change some things up. See, that's good, but I kind of want a different key. Maybe let's see. Oh, my bad. That's not really it. Let's see about this one. I kind of like that, so we're gonna go with that. We shifted it up by pressing Shift and the up key on your keyboard. We pitched it up from F minor to G minor, which is a whole step up, or 2 semitones. We're gonna pitch it up an octave because I want to put some half speed on it after we put this gate on it. Because what Metro Boomin did in Perfect Timing, he put a gate over it, and I thought that's one of my favorite parts of the song, because nobody else really did that. So we're definitely gonna do some EQing, so I kind of want to take this high sound out. That sounds pretty good, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it sounds better. We're going to put some reverb on it. I have a bad habit of just caking the reverb on my melodies, so I'll try and snap out of that. Alright, that sounds pretty good. We're going to press Control A and then hit Control C. Gonna go into the piano roll for this second Omnisphere sound, and here, this is from the same sound bank. First key was right here. This is the key that I'm using now. I'm gonna aim for like a higher register sound here. And we're gonna add a gate to it as well, so we're gonna go here, hit low filter, and save preset, and drag it over here. And then we're gonna go grow speed again, or not. Yeah, I'm trying to find like a good stutter effect that I can put here. That sounds pretty good. I want to put some reverb on it. Just spam the reverb. Alright, now that we're done with that, that's really only the two melodies that I want to use. We're going to add drums next. And probably my favorite drum kit is Cross Up by MJ Nichols because it's got a lot of good claps. And I think this one's my favorite. We're going to definitely use this one. A good combination for clap and snare that I usually use. Out of this one, I go in Magma by Nick Mira. I get, that's not a clap folder. This is the U clap, and then I go into Bodega, and the snare I will layer with it is the Sunny snare, because it has kind of the same sound and it kind of beefs it up a little bit. But for this one, we're going to use the Bison clap, and we're going to use the Jury snare. And one thing that I noticed about this, it kind of annoyed me because I forgot to do it. I had to turn the loop points off for the snare. Raise the volume all the way up. Control A, Control C. Actually, no, we gotta hit Control A and then do Shift D so we can shorten the notes. Control A, Control C. And then we will go to this one and then Control V, and it's already there. And now we have everything. And a good offbeat snare that I'll have, we're gonna add that next. I'm sorry for what is it, abruptly stopping the music. We're gonna go here. This is by far my favorite offbeat snare. I use it in like every beat that I've ever made. Oh boy, you're gonna be hearing a lot of mix-ups for gross beats, so we're just gonna do this because that really ticks me off. Oh wait, I kinda need to hear that though, so oh well, guess you'll have to deal with it. Let's see if this will work. Oh boy, that's just whatever. Okay, it sounds good. Oh, we already have it in there. I'm very smart. We're gonna go back into the cross-up kit. We're gonna add close hats now. See how that sounds. I don't want to be too busy with the hi-hats, but let's see how it goes. I'm just going to do fill each two steps by right-clicking and hit fill each two steps. Control A and hit Shift before you click it, drag it over here. Control A, Shift, click, drag it. Now you got a four bar loop, so when we're finished adding everything in here, we'll just paste it over and we'll change some things up so it's not repetitive. See the snap we're on, third step, that's mainly what I like. Let's see, let's add some. Let's turn loop points off real quick. Let's see. Alright, I like that. Control A, Shift, click, drag over here. Oh boy. Let's see. And we'll add a triplet at the end here. So now we're going to go to 808s. I already have a good idea on what 808 I want to use conveniently. It's called Metro 808. Pattern 7. And what I like to do with all my 808s so they don't bleed into the mix, because on a song like Welcome to the Rodeo by Little Skies, Taz Taylor made the beat, and whenever the 808 cuts off, he didn't do all this with his 808, so it kind of bled in when it was supposed to be stopped, and that kind of bites at my OCD a little bit, so I always do that with every 808 no matter what. So I'm just gonna play along with the beat and see if I like anything. That sounds good. We're done plugging it in all the spots we want to plug it in. We'll just hit Control L at the end. Speaks a lot better because it sounded a little bit off tune. And what I like to do with my 808s a lot, let's see if I can get a slide in here. I love high slides on 808s. See if we can get another slide in here. See if we can add some stops to make it groovier. Alright, that sounds good. Now we're going to add a kick under it. This is my go-to kick right here out of the low key, that's the MIDI kit, the 6 God drum kit from Lo-Fi. Low key is the MIDI kit that he made. I get it mixed up for whatever reason. So copy this over here, and if you want to get all the notes back into the same pitch at one time, you just click on this note, or the note that you want to pitch up, and it'll highlight every note that is that pitch. And you can just shift and then put the up arrow on your keyboard. I don't know why I haven't used this earlier, because it would have made things a lot easier for me. And then we're gonna raise this up so we can delete it. is when the offbeat snare hits at the same time as the kick. That can cause some problems in mixing. So I'm gonna, yeah, that sounds a whole lot better. My go-to hat is actually in my junk folder, which is this right here, pattern 9. And before we go any further, let's do what we did with the 808. Attack all the way down, hold all the way up, decay, down, suspension, and release all the way down. I think this is suspension, I don't know. We're gonna lower it down because it tends to be really loud. Oh my god. We're pretty much done, so we're gonna level this beat out. It'll sound a whole lot better, I promise. I don't want the clap and the snare to be too clashing with each other, because sometimes it can tend to do that. I just want the clap to sound fuller. That's why I have a snare layer under it most of the time. Alright, sounds good. Go any further, I want to master what I have right now. So what I usually do is I go into Maximus, and this is what I learned from Studio Plug. They have a mastering tutorial on their channel. This is not mine at all. I learned from them. Turn the lows up, because I love that bass. I love the bass, especially when you're listening to it on earbuds and it doesn't always catch the low frequencies. Raise the highs up a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm right clicking to create a new point. If you do it like this, it sounds too choked. Alright, so Control A, Control B, Control A, Control B, Control A, Control B, and Control A, Control B. Now we have basically a full song. And you know what I want? I want a switch up. Not really a switch up, but like something before the hook comes in. I don't know how to describe it. Okay. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Alright, let's see. I've had this in my mind ever since starting it. But we're gonna start it off with this. We're gonna go into, and when this first 8 bars are over, this comes in, and then what I just did with the hats, we're gonna have that with the clap. So we're gonna have the clap in here. We're gonna have this. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna see. You know what also I want to do? Let's clone this. Hope it doesn't crash on me. Alright, cool. I like the gross beat, half speed at the end, and I don't really want that to get repetitive for people. So instead of having this here, it'll be the same sound, but it just won't have any half speed. It'll still have the gate and everything, but it just won't have the half speed at the fourth count of the bar. So we're going to put some left filter here. We're going to just copy it over. We're gonna copy the reverb over as well. Let's see. I like that better. Now we're gonna add everything in here, but before that we're gonna have a stop here. We're gonna have just a clap and this melody playing. And what I like to do a lot in my beats is have like a stop before everything comes in. So before everything else comes in, I'm gonna have the 808 play and nothing else, so it'll be like, of course we're gonna take the hat out. The hats still sound loud as hell. And here we're gonna add the kick and the open hats. I just don't want anything to get boring. Let's see how this sounds. And here we're just gonna have just this melody playing. Really, are we though? Let's see. I like that. I think the low frequency complements this a lot. We're gonna have, it's gonna be another little breakdown here. Come over here and get this. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Probably gonna way overdo it, or not do it right and have people yell at me in the comments. So it's just gonna alternate hi-hat pattern. Oh yeah, you know what you also need there? You need a clap. Yeah. Let's see if we have the offbeat snare in here too. We're gonna have the same sort of stop here as we're gonna have right here. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to click this off, right click, create automation clip. This is where we're going to be putting it at. You know what I also want in here? Let's see if this will work. Let's see how that sounds. Alright, so the beat is basically done. I'll play the final product for you guys. This is Chef Aidan. My new MIDI kit is out on Traktrain. Go check it out. I promise you won't regret it.